Welcome to the She Wins podcast. I'm your host, Heather Sumlin. And today I wanted to tackle the pageant breakup. Oftentimes when we compete, we prepare and prepare and prepare. And then maybe someone else gets the opportunity to hold that title that we worked so hard for. And it feels like a breakup. It feels like the dream has broken up with you and you're left wondering, what did I do? What could I have done differently? Who am I without this opportunity? So I wanted to talk about a couple of things that you can do ahead of time to maybe make this phenomenon less likely to happen to you, but then also what you can do afterwards should you feel this way. So the first thing that comes to mind is as you're pursuing this dream and this opportunity, pageantry is very subjective. You have 3 to 7 different judges who are going to select a winner. And those judges are going to determine that based on their own scores, their own personal biases, their ideas, what they receive from each and every contestant, and their understanding of the role. That doesn't mean that if you don't win, that you weren't deserving of the win. Pageantry is the only sport that I can think of where more than one person is deserving of the title, yet only one is recognized. And so that person becomes a representative for every woman who's on that stage. That person represents an amazing class of women. She's not better than, she's not more important than, she's not more valuable than everyone else on the stage, but she's the one who gets the opportunity to represent that organization, that brand, and that title. And so therefore, she's an important person, and she's someone we should look at. We should invite her to come and speak at events. We should support her reign, and we should encourage her to do the best that she possibly can. But when you look at you and what you put into this, you should also be proud of it. You should look at how did I grow? What did I gain? Who did I become in the process? And that should be something that you focus on instead of the feeling of rejection or the feeling of loss. Now, I can't control that you're going to feel something, and I can't pretend to understand the depths of that feeling depending on who you are and how many years you've put into this journey. But what I can do is give you a couple of tips that I think might make it easier. So the first thing that I want to tackle is what to do before you compete. That might make this whole journey easier for you, whether you win or not, whether you're selected to represent this amazing group of women or not. And the first thing that comes to mind is I want you to extend your timeline if you can. So oftentimes we think, I am got to win right now. I need to win this year. And while I think you should plan the way that you're going to communicate with the judges, your plan of action for the year, I think that you should have a sense of urgency to win this title in the way that you communicate your desire for it. I do not believe that you need to limit yourself to 1 year unless you don't have a choice because there's an expiration date. Because the temptation to over-try is really, really strong when you don't think you have a chance to do it again. So extend your timeline. Does it matter when it happens or does it matter if it happens? If it only matters if it happens, then we don't need to think it has to happen now. The next thing is I want you to educate your friends, your family, your support team to do their best to recognize your growth, to recognize your personal development through this process, and to compliment your character, not just your accomplishment. Also, it would be really great if they didn't tell you you were going to win. I know they believe you will. I know they believe that you will, and I think that that's important for them to hold that belief and to believe the best of you in comparison to everybody else, but don't tell you that. Don't tell you that you're going to win. So if you're a parent or you're a director, refrain from giving your title holder the idea that you expect that they're going to win, because anything less than that feels like a loss, feels like a failure, like they're going to let you down. So then if they don't earn that preliminary award that you've told them that they're going to get, they feel like they've let you down. Or they walk out of that interview and they don't feel that sense that those judges really understood them, they're going to feel like they let you down. But if you are focusing on the things that they have learned, the way in which they've grown and who they've become and how proud you are to be a small part of their journey, that will help them more. It's not encouraging to be told that you're going to win. Instead, what it does is it puts an unrealistic expectation on their shoulders, and that's actually not even what you want. But most importantly, before you head to competition, I want you to set another goal. I want you to think about other things that you want to pursue and do should the outcome not be in your favor. So what's something else that you want to do, a place that you want to go, something that you want to pursue that can replace this goal? That way, no matter the outcome, you have something to look forward to. And also set personal goals to accomplish that are within your control. Maybe it's to meet new people. Maybe it's to broaden your horizons. Maybe it's to enjoy the experience. It makes it more likely that you'll actually win if you're having a good time and you're meeting people. Just don't put all that expectation that you have to win and you have to win right now. And try to educate your family to do the same. All right, what about afterwards? So we've done everything we possibly can. We've put our time, energy, effort, money into this incredible dream, this incredible opportunity. And yes, a life will be changed. And sometimes it is a huge change. And the opportunities are limitless. I've seen people's lives enhanced in a variety of ways when they've held a state or a national title. And it's something definitely worth pursuing, and it's worth putting all of your heart and energy into. But the time to do that is in practice, not during the competition. And at the end, it's possible that God will bless someone other than you. So what do you do with that? How do you walk away from that? Instead of feeling like you just got dumped, maybe we can look at it through a different perspective. Was the journey worth it? I'd say give yourself a few days to do nothing. Nothing. Go watch a movie, hang out with friends. Don't do anything regarding this dream. Don't overanalyze it. Don't think about it. Walk away from it for a little bit. And then what I really think you should do is think about, how much have I changed as a person since this dream was placed on my heart? What happened over this past year in pursuit of this dream, or this past few months, however long that it's been? What's happened to me and how have I improved? What are things that are now true about me that weren't true before? And how is that going to help whatever I want to do next in my life? Take a personal audit on who you are, who you've become, people that you've met, experiences that you've had, places that you've been that would have never happened if this dream wasn't placed on your heart in the first place. Communicate with your friends and family about what you've learned, what you've gained, and who you've become. And try really hard not to talk about how much it cost you to get there. Find a new goal. Maybe you're going to come back the next year and compete again. If you think that's something that you want to do, if you are a She Wins Solutions for Pageantry Patreon member, I have a webinar available for you called I Competed, I Didn't Win, Now What? And I highly recommend that you watch that. You can purchase it if you're not a member, but members get access to it for free. So I highly recommend joining, taking advantage of that opportunity. Also in July, I will be holding a What's Next live webinar for my Patreon members so they can ask questions to a panel of experts who has been through this themselves. And you can ask whatever questions that you want to, so we can help you move forward confidently, securely, and motivated to tackle whatever's next in your life. Breakups are hard. They're not fun, whether it's breaking up from a relationship with a person or the potential of a dream. But you usually learn a lot in the process. Whether it's a relationship with a person where you grow in your communication skills, your understanding of how to communicate with others, or maybe your desires and knowing of what you want in a partner in life. But in this case, in pageantry, for example, what you learn is who you are, what you want to accomplish in your life, and it's a journey of self-discovery. So it's an incredible thing to do and to put yourself into, but you have to be able to exit in a way that's graceful, purposeful, and brings you peace. In short, if you are heading towards your goals, specifically in pageantry, make sure that you know who you are in pursuit of it. Make sure you know your why. Why are you there? Why should you win? And if you don't, that you walk away realizing that it may not have been because you weren't deserving. It may very well have been because something else is headed your way. And all of the things that you learned about you in pursuit of this goal lead you towards what's next. Thank you so much for your time, for taking the time to listen to this today. Like it if you do, share it with a friend who needs it. And if you would, join my Patreon membership. We have a lot of fun over there. I do Q&As every single month. I post content every single week, and the goal is to help you reach success in whatever way you can. Have a blessed rest of your day.